I chose an MBA for personal development. I wanted to do it in a nice country, and New Zealand was the obvious choice. University of Otago and the Otago MBA has a great reputation, and that's why I chose them.
So basically with my current role in Sydney, I realised I'd reached a ceiling in the company and I needed really to start looking out into other opportunities. I spoke with some of my clients and some of the guys I worked with, and they were all suggesting different areas and different positions, etc. But they also mentioned further education would certainly help me in the long run. And that's when I started investigating the MBA. And then in terms of the Otago MBA, it was a pretty easy choice. I'd studied here for my undergraduate degree. I knew the city, I knew the area. It was going to be a very easy transition back into study life.
I have always valued lifelong learning and consistent personal development, and after gaining substantial domestic work experience, I want to take my career truly international. New Zealand gave me exposure to the Pacific region, allowing me to understand the local business environment. Otago University, on the other hand, offered high-level education combined with small class sizes in order to enhance the learning experience. Otago University and Dunedin offer outstanding recreational opportunities and facilities.
Apart from the solid and great reputation of the Otago MBA, I was very much looking forward to get involved with a program that believes in sustainability. Also, after having spent so many years in China, I was looking for something completely different. New Zealand and the Otago MBA offered the whole package: green fields, small classrooms, diversity, and a very good education infrastructure. I was very much looking forward to be inspired by such great prospects.
The highlights of the Otago MBA for me were definitely the classmates. The class size was very small. We had 18 full-time MBAs when I was there, and we were very close with each other. The weekends we did quite a few trips, and during the week there were a lot of late nights, but it was always a good atmosphere. And it's been 4 years now, but we've all stayed very close, and we try and see each other at least once a year.
So by far the highlights were obviously the connections and the people that you get to meet here. A large focus of the Otago MBA is based on group work, so you work very closely with some people in a very intimate situation for a long time, and ultimately you develop some pretty close bonds and connections. I was lucky to also undertake an exchange over to Duke University in North Carolina in the United States and study at the School of Business there, which was an exceptional experience for 4.5 months. Basically met some crazy people from all over the world. It was an incredible experience and time, some great connections, some great networks, and ultimately ended up dancing in a ballet, but that's definitely a story for another day.
My highlights were the classmates. We had a really intense time, but we really stuck together. We have now friendships for life.
Otago MBA has been one of the most enjoyable times of my life. Something that I remember the most is the syndicate work, which involved a lot of discussion and of course a lot of fun and laughter while completing the projects. It involved a lot of interaction with my peers who came from varied backgrounds, variety of industry experience, and of course different cultures. Otago MBA also gives a lot of scope for you to network through various events, mentor program, and of course guest lectures. I was fortunate enough to do one of my business projects, rather my MBA business project with one of the large New Zealand organizations, and that was definitely the biggest highlight of my MBA.
My personal highlight was the family that I had become a part of. Honest support from my classmates and the representatives of the program, of all my mates. I'm deeply thankful for this experience.
So at the moment I'm still undertaking my MBA. The only thing I have left to do is my business project, which I'm currently working with Adidas. Without the Otago MBA I wouldn't have had this opportunity. This business project is therefore looking at an e-commerce strategy with their retailers and essentially looking at how to increase conversion and traffic rates with Adidas. Ultimately, I'm hoping that this will lead into me being able to reposition my career into the sports and sports health or fitness industries.
Now I'm living in Switzerland, in Zurich. I've worked for a large European company as a business planning and analysis manager. The Otago MBA helped me a lot. When I finished at Otago, I did an exchange at the University of St. Gallen here in Switzerland. That helped me to finally get the job here. Also, all of the papers in Otago I think is quite relevant now for my position, so I'm quite happy with my time at Otago.
Currently, I'm in the last phase of the Otago MBA, searching for the final project, or 540 as it's known by the university. I'm in talks with companies around the world, and all of these contacts I've made through Otago MBA. However, before getting the project underway, I'm enjoying the Finnish summer by yachting and playing golf.
Currently I'm staying in the city of Sales, Auckland with my family. We totally love it here. It's a beautiful city to be in. Professionally, I am working as a development consultant with the AMP, so I work in the building right there on the 20th floor. My job involves designing and delivering various learning initiatives and developing the financial advisor talent for the company. Otago MBA has been really important in not only helping me get interviews with the companies, but I'm also implementing a lot of concepts, a lot of theories and ideas shared and discussed during my tenure at Otago.
With the Otago MBA, I have now the education for my future career. I don't have any limits, and I'm looking forward to what I can expect from it.
I've always been drawn to finance, and I wish to continue my career in that direction. After completing the Otago MBA, I wish to look for new challenges in the United States. The Otago MBA has influenced this not only by giving me hard skills, but also giving me more confidence in working in a multicultural environment.
At the moment, I'm working as business development manager in a startup company in Frankfurt, Germany. This job requires a variety of skills and is very demanding because at this stage our workforce is very limited in number. The Otago MBA has equipped me with a variety of new skills, gave me new ways of thinking and insights into business.
For us, the main highlight of the Otago MBA was more than we bargained for, and yeah, through all the time we met each other and plan to get married this summer.
Hopefully one day I will meet my MBA classmates again. Perhaps in Dunedin at the Octagon for a pint. Until then, Prost!